Hi guys, I'm just going to go over the review project that is due by 4/9. Keep in mind, normally I'd be able to discuss this with you in class, and I think it's easier when you have that voice to voice. So I thought I'd go over it this way. Wanted to highlight right at the beginning, there are only 3 parts to this. So there are a lot of instructions because, again, the written word is replacing anything I would say in class, and I want to make sure you have all the information you need to do well. So you will I'll show you your groups in a minute. You have the same people you're working with as last time, just different periods assigned. There are a lot of instructions here, but the 3 things are you will have to do review notes. Each group will be turning in a list of items that they thought were important from their assigned readings. I'll go over that more in a minute. You'll have to do your period page almost exactly like last time. And then this time we will have a figure focus. This is a little change. You can still do the video interview exactly as you did last time. I'm sorry, there is one small change that it requests you to have either a prop or some element of costume that reflects the period of the interviewee. So that was an option last time. This time, since I think you're at home and you probably have access to a lot of things, I made it something that if you choose this option, you do have that prop or that setting costume detail. Or you can do a PowerPoint or Prezi, and either of these options will be based on a figure. So only three things coming in. Your review notes compiled by each group member, the period page, and your figure focus. So I'll show you your groups in a minute. The tasks are the first thing you'll need to do is you need to look at what chapters you've been assigned. So you've been assigned 2 or 3 chapters. And what you'll want to do is look at those chapters and divide the amount of reading material among the group members you have. And each group member will have a certain segment that they need to review. And it says each member needs to make a list of 15 to 20 points for review. And just a list, nothing fancy, don't get carried away. I want you to thumb through those chapters, look at the headings, look at the things that are important. I'm not expecting you to do a thorough reading, but skim it, scan it, go through and say, oh yeah, I remember the Monroe Doctrine. Oh yeah, I remember the Faraday machine, or whatever you remember from the chapter you're reviewing. And just make a list of some of those key people, places, moments, events. And once each group member has compiled their review list from the section they were assigned, you need to come up with a due date as a group and say, okay, by April 7th, we're all going to have our review done, or April 6th, and we will share it this way. We can share it either everybody emails their list, we can share it, we schedule a group Zoom. I'm sure most of you know how to schedule Zooms, or you do other things on your phones, whatever you want to do where you communicate. The goal of this communication is for you to decide what are the most important things that have to show up in the period page, and also for you to decide what figures you want to focus on in the part 2, the presentation. So just a list of your view. Part 2, you need to have a period page. You can design that so that everybody contributes, or you can just give that task to 1 or 2 people, whatever works. And the other thing you have to have is a figure focus. The figure focus can be a recorded interview, just like last time, or it can be a Prezi or PowerPoint. You will be presenting these things in class on 4/9. I will open the Zoom up so that different members can share their screen. So, we'll have to anticipate the technology working with us or not, but it should be cool to be able to see your work. I do plan to dialogue with you. So if you put a certain person on your period page, or you decide to feature a certain figure in your figure focus, I'll probably ask you why or ask you some questions. So I always really appreciate it when you're able to dialogue with me about your choices. All right, so you have your review notes, your presentation, which includes a period page, and either an interview that's recorded, and so you send me the video. Usually what works best is if you can upload it to YouTube and then send it to me, or if the file is small enough and you can email it to me, that'll work too. So your video or your PowerPoint. That's it, okay? So in summary, here's what you need to submit. Those 3 things again, a lot of instructions, but really only 3 things. And here are the groups. In group 1, which is Jed, Aubrey, and Gabe, you are doing ancient Rome this time, so you'll use chapters 4 and 5. Group 2, you're doing the 19th century, industrialism and expansion, so you are drawing from 16, 17, and 18, Eliot, Sabrina, Hadley, and Cosette. In group 3, same members, you're doing the medieval world, draw from 8, 9, and 10. So if you have any questions, please email me, reach out. I'm happy to set up a Google Hangout if anybody needs it, or to talk with you on the phone. just trying to get through this the best we can. And I didn't want to take away the presentation from y'all because I do think it can be really effective through our Zoom format. All right. Have a great day. Thanks.